Hey everybody, it's Anita, and I want to invite you to our first ever trip through Skool to Costa Rica. It will be this December 1st through the 5th. We will be going through Tour Hero. So I want you to check out this amazing itinerary. We will be doing ATVs. We will be doing horseback riding in the jungle. We will be zip lining. We will be going to the beach, of course. We will be eating amazing food and making wonderful friends. We will be having so much fun together. So I want you to head over to the link in my bio and click on Come with us to Costa Rica to learn all about it. This is the most affordable trip right now over on Tour Hero. You do not want to miss it. So please head over there now, check out this trip, and come with us to Costa Rica. Make new friends and have fun. Morning. Okay, so I'm going to need someone to tell me if they can hear me, because I actually have my Bluetooth in my ear. My phone is not connected to my car. So I need to find out if you can hear me. So if you could just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, because I'm not connected to my car. I'm actually connected to my Bluetooth that's in my ear. All right, so just if one person can give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Thank you. There we go. All right, because I'm not connected to my car. I'm connected to my Bluetooth. All right, I'm going to make this brief. I am answering a question from a follower or a subscriber, someone who looks at me somewhere. And I get this question a lot, and it's mainly from women. Men don't tend to ask this question, but I get this question a lot from women, and it is, when will I be ready to date again? So they've gotten out of a situationship, or they've gotten out of a friends with benefits, or they've gotten out of a relationship. They've gotten out of a marriage, right? And that's a question that women tend to ask me. When will I be ready to date again? What is a healthy amount of time for me to wait after something ends, or after a relationship ends, for me to then start dating again? So this is a layered question. It depends on the type of relationship that you were in. So if you were in a marriage, my answer is going to be different. And my answer is also going to be different depending on how long you were in a relationship or marriage. I want to say that you should, even if that relationship or marriage ended by way of your partner betraying you or doing something awful to you, I still say that you should honor that relationship or marriage. You should have the honor and the respect for that relationship or marriage, not to jump right into something else. And you should also just be honoring yourself, right? So if you were married for 10 years and it ends in 6 months, you're in another relationship, that to me is not honoring that relationship or that marriage. Now, here's what a lot of people are going to say. They're going to say something like, oh, I've grieved the relationship while in it. I've grieved the marriage while in it. Okay, while that might be true, I still want you to be a decent enough person to honor that marriage and honor that relationship and to respect that relationship. Notice I didn't say anything about the person. You should respect that relationship. You should honor that relationship. To not be out here, I just got divorced, or I just broke up, or we just got separated, and now I'm on dating apps the next day. That says a lot about you. It doesn't say anything to me about the relationship ending or the person or what they did. It actually says something about you, that you're not honoring or respecting the relationship. But men are notorious for this. Ladies, I'm going to keep it 100% real. Men are notorious for this. Nothing hurts a good woman's feelings more than finding out that a man that either she broke up with him or he broke up with her, finding out that he's back out in these streets within weeks or days. Okay? So for those of us who want to do things a certain way, for those of us who want to at least honor the relationship that we were in and have respect for the relationship that we were in, nothing is going to tear you up more than finding out within days or weeks that the man you were in a relationship with is now out here in these streets. Out here in these streets, out here on dating apps, out here in a whole nother relationship or situationship. Yeah, that's going to hurt your feelings. I've had it happen to me multiple times. But again, it tells me something about the person. Oh, okay. You know, like it's very eye-opening. Okay, this tells me something about you. There is a overall lack of respect for the relationship. There is a lack of honoring the relationship. So just understand that. The person is telling you something about them and about their character and about just who they are. But unfortunately, men are notorious for this. And do women do it as well? Of course they do. Women are notorious monkey branchers. So yeah, you know, it's not to say women don't do this. They do. They do. I'm giving you my experience as a woman that yes, men definitely do this. If you are a healthy person or want to be healthy, if you are a securely attached person or you want to be securely attached, you want to give yourself time to reflect. You want to do that on your own or with a professional or with a good journal. You know, you want to reflect. You want to learn whatever lessons you need to learn from that relationship or situationship or whatever it was. Okay, this is what healthy people do. Healthy people do not use other people to distract themselves. Y'all, I got to make a deposit at the bank. Healthy people do not use other people to distract themselves. Okay, because that's 9 times out of 10 what you're doing. Can we be honest? You did not.
Good morning.
Good morning. I put that envelope in there and I wrote my account number and the amount on there.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so healthy people do not use other people to distract themselves. Okay, and that's what you're doing. Let's be honest, you didn't meet your soul. Oh, I broke up with my wife and, you know, 2 weeks later I met my soulmate. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Let's be honest. No, you didn't. You are looking to be distracted. You are looking for someone to ease your ego wound. But no, that's not your soulmate, boo-boo. Okay? That's called a rebound. And officially.zauzan.daytoy says, thanks for sharing this words to us. Okay, thank you. But you didn't meet your soulmate. Okay, you are rebounding. You are using another person to distract yourself from the hurt and pain that you are going through. And that's whether you broke up with the person or the person broke up with you. Right? It to me, it doesn't make any difference. The person who breaks up is oftentimes more broken up than the person who, you know, got broken up with. So don't do that. Don't rush into something new. Don't rush into, you know, talking to somebody else. Don't rush on dating apps. Like, all you're doing is compounding the hurt and the trauma. That's all that's happening. And honestly, I think that's the main reason why people are so messed up today. Is this going from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Like, nobody's taking the time to really process their hurt or their pain. Nobody's taking the time to really figure out what keeps happening. And you do that enough times and you're all messed up. It's almost like a callus forming on your finger. You know, you keep doing this behavior and you get harder and harder and harder. You can feel less and less and less. So
thank you, Miss Stoudmire. Have a great day.
Thank you. So I think that's a huge part of our problem, is we're not reflecting, we're not feeling our pain, we're not processing our pain. You know, we're just out here jumping around from bedroom to bedroom. Okay, good. I made it in the nick of time. I knew I had to put some money in my account. I was like, I know my account is getting low. But you're going to need time. You have to take time to reflect. And it doesn't matter how, and again, some people will tell me, well, I only dated this person for 6 months. I still would take some time to reflect. Now, it's not going to take months and months, but take the time to reflect. Don't get out here and reactivate your dating app. Don't jump out here, and you still need to reflect. Like, let me really think about this situation that I was in. Let me think about this person and why did I pick them and what happened between us. Like, you still need to reflect. And how am I showing up? Am I continuing to show up the same way over and over and over? And this is the results that I'm getting. You still need to reflect. So, sure, if it's 6 months to a year, I would say reflect for a couple of months, right? Just take a couple of months to reflect. Take a couple of months to get yourself together. Make sure you're not jumping out here and using people to distract you from the pain. You have to feel your feelings. If you were in a marriage that lasted longer than 2 or 3 years, yeah, I'm going to need you to take however long the time is for you. In other words, this is what I often tell people, and they never listen. However long time it takes for you to get legally divorced, that's how long it should be before you go out here searching. So in the state of Virginia, where I live, if you have no children, you can apply for divorce within 6 months. So within 6 months, it may take a little longer, maybe 8 months for the judge to sign off. That's how long it should be. You should not be out here dating and you are separated. I don't care if you're physically separated, legally separated. You should not be out here dating. You are messy. You are trying to pull someone into your messy situation. You need to be on your own, focused on anything else other than looking for another partner. You're messy. So in the state of Virginia, no children is 6 months. If you have children, it's 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. You should not be out here trying to find somebody new. And if it goes longer, oh well. You are legally married. You should not be out here trying to date or find you somebody else and you're legally married. So how you feel about that is how you feel about it. You're messy. You're messy. Wait until the lines are not blurred. Wait until there's a clean line that says, my marriage ended on this date. Okay? But too many of y'all, you going from one person to the next person to the next person. You just jumping from lily pad to lily pad, just like a little frog. And then you consider yourself to, well, I'm chronically monogamous. I am monogamous. No, but you're wounded. And you're bringing that to the next person and the next person and the next person. You're not sitting down. You're not reflecting. You're not figuring out what you're possibly doing wrong. And in my opinion, you're wounding other people, but you're definitely wounding yourself. Like, you're creating a deeper wound because you are not reflecting on what's happening. What is happening that's causing these relationships to end? Okay, that's it. But it is really going to depend. But I'm going to stand on, this is the hill I'm going to die on. You should not be out here dating and you're legally separated. Like, to me, ladies, can I talk to the ladies for a second? You are the dumbest woman on earth if you engage with a man from a dating app where it clearly says separated. You're the dumbest woman on earth. You're the only one to blame in that situation. Because if the man was bold enough to put on his dating app profile, I am legally separated or separated. Like, that's what I call where he has he's made it known. Like, he has revealed, he's given you all the knowledge you need. He has revealed what it is, and you're choosing to do something dumb. So that's on you, ladies. You sitting there going back and forth with a man that's put on his profile, I'm separated. That man should have 0 swipes. Okay? 0 swipes. Ain't nobody swiping on no man that's still legally married. Well, it is some of y'all swiping on him, because if he look good, if he tall, depending on what he do for a living and all that other foolishness, yeah, y'all are gonna swipe on him. Sad but true. Y'all gonna swipe on him. But nope. And ladies, y'all too. And look, the men, if you put in your profile that you legally separated, the men don't want you. Like, that's the biggest red flag. They don't want you. They're swiping on you because you out here looking to have fun. And you know the men are always looking to have fun. So they don't want nothing real with you. They know that, okay, she separated from her husband. Yeah, she out here looking to have fun, and I'm looking to have fun. So stop it. All right, stop dishonoring your marriage. Stop disrespecting your relationship. And again, I didn't say anything about the person. It's not about the person. It's about the relationship that you chose, that you entered into consensually, and now you want to be disrespectful. Now you want to be dishonoring to it. No, you chose this relationship. You chose this marriage. At least have enough decency to respect it and to stop leaving one thing and jumping out there and getting in another. And don't get me started on male widows. Ooh, Lord. My mom's friend, a male widow, was divorced and within 6 months was in a relationship. I mean, not divorced. His wife died. My apologies. So his wife died, and 6 months later, he in a relationship. That is the most dishonoring, disrespectful thing you could ever do. But again, it says something about that person. And look, you out here looking crazy. Your kids looking at you crazy. Your parents looking at you crazy. The wife's parents looking at you crazy. Like, everybody looking at you crazy. Have you lost your ever-loving mind? That was 6 months after your wife's death, you have the audacity to be in a relationship. I can't make this up. So it's about respecting the relationship. That's why you don't jump out there and do this. Respect the relationship. Honor the relationship. That's all. Okay, so talk to the ladies too, please. Yeah, the ladies are notorious monkey branchers. They are notorious monkey branchers. What does that mean? That means that they get a new relationship started before the old relationship ends, because they want to jump into the new relationship. They want to solidify that branch before they let go of the other one. All of it reveals the character of a person. All of this stuff, it reveals the character of a person. When there is no honor, when there is no respect, that is a huge glaring red flag to you about the character of a person. So I am never going to end a relationship and the next day you're going to find me on a dating app. You're not going to find me on a dating app anyway. Okay? I am never going to end a marriage and 2 months later have the audacity to post the new man on my Facebook or my Instagram. It's the audacity. Miss Di, I'm talking about, I'm answering a question that someone had asked me, am I ready to date again? And it really, the answer to that question is varied. I've given some of those responses. It's going to depend on a lot of things. It's going to depend on, how long you were with the person, if it was a marriage or a relationship or friends with benefits or, whatever. But a lot of y'all are you're causing more trauma to yourself. It's self-inflicted trauma. There's a lot of self-inflicted trauma, and that is from going from person to person to person to person. We all know that, sharing your body with people is a spiritual thing, not just a physical thing. And so if you're just out here sleeping around, that's causing trauma. That's why the Bible says that it is a sin to your own body. That's a trauma, that's a self-inflicted trauma. But again, we don't think of any of this. We don't see any of this in the spiritual repercussions of it. We think it's perfectly fine to go around doing what we're doing. But the day is going to come where it's going to smack you in the face that, you know what, I've never been alone. I've never been by myself. I've never sat with myself. I've never truly healed after any of my breakups, after any of my divorces. This is so many people. And they just keep going. They just keep going. So please take the time needed so that you can heal. Please respect and honor the relationship that you chose. At least do that. Do that much. You can hate the person that you had the relationship with, or maybe they did you so wrong that you're like, I hate them. I don't care about them. How about you just respect and honor the relationship you were in? That's it. She said, I get it. I met someone 7 months out of a 3-year. It was too soon and he still needed to heal. Yeah, but he didn't think so. He didn't think so. And I can assure you that baby boy was probably on dating apps the day after the relationship ended. The day after the relationship ended, he was on dating apps. That's how men do it. Because they're looking to distract themselves. And it's so like, can I be honest? I was overhearing a conversation. And it was a lady and a man talking. And the lady was saying, you know, that, oh, my friend, her girlfriend was dating this guy, and come to find out something about the lady was a deal breaker to him, right? So I'm overhearing this conversation. So she's saying, yeah, so my friend is telling this guy about, you know, something that she's doing that's a deal breaker to the guy. And, you know, he was like, yeah, that's, you know, that's a deal breaker or whatever. But the guy that she was talking to, that she was telling this story, he was like, well, he should still keep messing with her. He should keep dating her. He should keep her on his roster. He should use her as a placeholder. I was like, what? Like, this is how these people are. These people are broken. Like, this guy is actually like co-signing all of this behavior. And this is a grown-up. This is a 50-some-year-old grown-up man. Yeah, he should keep dealing with her. He should keep her on his sex roster. He should keep sleeping with her. I was like, wow. Y'all, I can't make this up. These people are crazy. Like, this is the line of thinking that's going on out here in the world. Yeah, he should just keep dealing with her until he finds something better. He said this out of his mouth. I was like, wow. I said, y'all don't know who you're dealing with. You really don't know who you're dealing with out here. This is the line of thinking that people have. This man just happened to verbalize it. This is sometimes we feel lonely. That's no excuse. That's called none of my business. That's called none of my business. Don't bring your traumatized tale over here. And it's selfish. But that's the nature of people today. They're selfish. I don't care if you're lonely. Like, you're going to use someone? You're going to distract yourself with another human being because you're lonely? It's just selfish. I will never co-sign it. I be wanting to watch your lives, but I'm always at work. LOL. I guess I have to wait until you post it. Okay. I'm getting off soon because I got to go in. Could you make a video on the benefits of marriage? I sure will. There are many. For men and women, there are many. But it's selfish. But that's the nature of people today. They don't care about other people. They use people. This guy admitted, yeah, use her. Use her. Take advantage of her. She's not the woman he wants to be with. And they both talked about, you know, the lady was saying, yeah, they both say that they're dating intentionally or say that they want marriage. But now the man found out about this deal breaker. Okay, so he cuts her off. He walks away. Why would you keep dealing with her? You say you're looking for marriage. So why are you dealing with this lady who isn't your wife? But I just want y'all to know firsthand, this is how people are thinking. This is where people's head is at. I will use this person for my own personal gain. Forget the fact that it's hurting them. Forget the fact that it's breaking their heart. I'll use them for my own personal gain. So no, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Right, being lonely does not mean you use someone. Exactly. It takes a lot for me to regain trust in someone who has hurt me, even if it was unintentional. You got to heal, though, because there is a difference between hurt and harm. Hurt is going to happen. And a part of being a mature adult is accepting that fact. Hurt is inevitable. Harm, someone who is harming you, that is different. And that's what people have got to learn how to differentiate. Is it hurt or is it harm? Because hurt is inevitable. My dog hurts my feelings. My kids hurt my feelings. But I'm a grown adult. I know how to manage that. I know how to work through that. So you got to grow up and be an adult. Harm is a different story. There are people on this planet who have harmed me. And I don't fool with them. I'm good. I'm straight. But there is a difference between hurt and harm. Okay? We got to grow up and we got to accept that we will be hurt. She said marriage is awesome. It is. It's amazing, especially with the right person. So please, and I know this is going to fall on deaf ears if I'm being honest, because it's like I said, people are selfish. That is, in my opinion, if I could choose one thing, if someone said boil down all the problems in dating, all the problems in relationships, it's really two things. And this was given to me many, many, many years ago by a pastor in a church that I belong to. And it's selfishness and pride. That's what the pastor said. And it's the truth. Every problem that we have in dating and relationships go back to two things: selfishness and pride. But if I had to choose one, I would say selfishness. Selfishness is just destroying us. And it is not of God. Nothing about it is of God. But that's where we are. Humans are selfish. And stop trying to make it a male thing. Stop trying to make it a female thing. It's a human thing. We are selfish. We want what we want at the expense of whoever, whatever. We are inherently selfish. Also, I remember your last video you directed towards women. Could you also make a list for Gen Z men, women? Skills needed to. I didn't know how many of us didn't know how to cook. How some survive. I don't know. Yeah. I have a list, and it's funny because I am going to make a video on a list of emotional skills. I'm going to make a video about the emotional skills that Gen Z needs to work on. I can talk about the physical skills, but I have a list upstairs of the emotional skills, and I'm going to make a video about that. I ask for a lot of respect because I really enjoy your content. Thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. So take your time, right? And this is a part of emotional maturity, is being able to manage your hurt and your pain, is being able to manage your loneliness. That to me is what separates a truly emotionally mature person, is that they know how to manage their loneliness or aloneness or singleness or single season. But if it's a child that can't go through nothing. You're still a child. You're still a baby. I can't go through nothing. I can't feel hurt. I can't feel pain. I want life to be painless. That's a child. That's a child. You need to grow up. Adult people know the difference between hurt and harm. They know that, life is not easy. They know that life is painful. Things are going to happen that are going to, not feel good. That's called being a grown-up. She said, I know you said you get tired, but I just know us young people are watching and taking notes. I hope so. I pray y'all are. Because sometimes I'm like, I know I'm talking to the wind right now. I'm talking to the wind. I'm still going to do it, but I'm talking to the wind right now. Okay? But we have to grow up. We have to grow up. You have to be an adult. This is a huge part of being an adult. All right? Life is not painless. It's not easy. Sometimes you have to do the hard thing. My grandfather always said, doing the right thing and doing the hard thing is the same thing. It is oftentimes the same thing. But too many people do not want to do the right thing, and they definitely don't want to do the hard thing. Sorry to ask, are you married with kids? That is a question that I no longer feel the need to answer. Okay? So you're asking me that question because you're not familiar with my platform. I've answered that question thousands of times. So now I do not answer that question anymore. You have to go back and watch my content to get the answer to that question. Okay? But take your time. Take your time. And then if you're a person out here dating, ask questions. The fastest way to determine if someone means you harm is to ask questions. The fact that you're merely asking questions is going to irritate their soul. If a person is irritated by you asking questions, run away. Run away. Run away from them. That's your first sign that something ain't right. That you asking questions irritates them. They won't answer the questions. They want to know why you asking questions. Why are you so nosy? Why you want to know? And all. That's why I keep telling people, discovering psychopaths, discovering sociopaths, discovering narcissistic personality disordered people, discovering borderline people is not hard. It is so easy to know within days, within weeks, that a person has a personality disorder. It's not hard. You simply need to show up and ask questions. You simply need to require true connection and true vulnerability and true intimacy and true emotional availability. Show up like that, and the person gets irritated, the person gets frustrated, the person gets annoyed, the person pulls away. That's your answer. See? Easy. Okay? It is really not hard. But a lot of you all are afraid to ask questions. A lot of you all have been trained not to ask questions. And that's how you fall into these traps, is you don't ask good questions. So it's really not hard. Ask questions. She said those questions will serve their soul. They really do. They really do, y'all. I have had men that I've met, and in the first phone conversation, I ask questions, and I mean the whole conversation take a turn for the worse. And I just go, well, you know what? I'm getting ready to head to bed, or I'm getting ready to do this or that. You have a great night. And I delete them or block them, never talk to them again. The mask just slipped. You mean to tell me you're a stranger and I can't ask questions? Come on. Y'all, I can't make this up. And look, those of you who have been traumatized, whether by your family or by past relationships, guess what y'all do? Y'all shut up. You shut up asking questions. You keep trying to get to know this person without asking questions. You have been trained so well by the crazy people in your life that guess what your response to that is? Shut up. You shut up and stop asking questions. See? But don't let that be you. Don't ever let that be you. It ain't me. And like I said, most people can read between the lines. They can see what's coming. And when I ask questions, they're like, uh-oh. 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 Yup. They know what time it is. Okay, so it's not hard. All you have to do is pay attention. All you have to do is become securely attached. All you have to do is get stronger. All you have to do is, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-love. It's not hard. Become securely attached. Ask questions. And I don't care what their response. Keep asking questions. And if it gets worse, that's your sign to leave. You can't develop a connection with a person that you can't ask questions. Come on. I wish we had life skills classes I'd actually pay to learn to be a well-rounded adult. Well, that, my dear, is what Skool is for. That's what we're doing over on Skool. Such a class exists. I actually run it. So if you go to the link in my bio, it's called Single Seeking Soulmate, and it is a school for men and women to learn healthy relationship skills, healthy relationship tools, help them to learn about themselves, help them to learn how to communicate, how to resolve conflict in a healthy way, help them to learn how to discern good character, and have values and morals, help them develop boundaries and standards and improve their self-esteem. Such a school exists. It's my school. Yeah, that's why I started it, because I agree with you. There needs to be a formal training program. Yeah, it's called Skool. It'd be the easy questions, then the conversation is over. Yep. So just understand, if you ask questions and those questions irritate that person, or if they disappear, that's your answer. And again, you've got to get strong enough to leave people alone. What is really sad to me is the people who don't have the fortitude to just walk away. They don't have the fortitude to just see the signs and walk away. And it tells me about your self-esteem. It doesn't tell me about your attachment, because you're not attached to that person. You don't love that person and you're not attached to that person. It says something about your self-esteem. So within a month of dating a person, if you tell me that you can't walk away, it's not about love for them. It's not about attachment. It's not about connection. It's not about chemistry. It's about your self-esteem. You don't have high enough self-esteem to leave a person alone that you can clearly see isn't a good fit for you. So that's why we're talking about self-esteem this week. Our self-esteem has to be high enough that we're like, you know what? I ain't putting up with this. This person ain't the last person in the world. I'm not going for this. I'm going about my business. Come on. So you got to work on your self-esteem. Your cutoff game needs to improve. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me within 3 months or 6 months you so madly in love that you got to put up with this nonsense. And definitely not in the first 30 days. That person is a stranger. You don't know them. So stop it. All right, y'all. I got to go because my phone's going to overheat because I got the heat on. Have a great day. Check out Skool. If you're watching this on YouTube, the link is in the description box below. I'm still offering one-on-one sessions if you're interested in one of those, but consider Skool. That is the place for you to learn and grow and become a better person. Skool is actually going to increase in price on April 1st. I actually did an extra month of half off, but on April 1st, the price will go up. Okay. Please like this video. There we go. Please share this video with anyone you think could benefit from it. I appreciate your support. And as always, stay open to love.